Hello everyone, in this video I'll be solving Cambridge AS Level Information Technology Paper 2 Practical for Specimen 2025. I'll be doing the spreadsheet task which starts from step 2. The step 1 is database ER diagram, which is already done and uploaded. You can find the link in the description. Open and examine the data in the file specfind.csv. So we have the file specfind.csv here. Save this file as a spreadsheet with a file name find followed by your center number and candidate number. So let's save this. Find followed by your center number and candidate number must be saved as a spreadsheet Excel workbook. Save. Add the contents of the file specdance.csv as a new worksheet named dance in your find workbook. So add a new sheet, rename it as dance. Now we need to copy the data from specdance worksheet. So this is the data. We'll select all the data, copy and paste into the dance worksheet which we created now. In the dance worksheet, extract a list of the teacher names from the column A and place this in column O. Extract a list of classes from column A and place this in column B. This you can close. Now in this column we need to extract the name of the teachers, and in this column we need to extract the name of the class. So if you look at this data, the first word is the class name and the second word is the teacher name. So they have asked just to extract. We don't need to use any formula, so I'm just copying this. I'll just paste it for the time being, and then we are going to use the flash fill feature. You can just type one or two data which shows the sequence so that the flash fill feature will fill it automatically. So here the teacher name is Donna and the class is TAP. Again the teacher name is Donna and the class is Modern. And one more, because here you can see the teacher name contains more than one word, so in order to show that I'll just type like this and then TAP. Now you can click here, go to data and then use the flash fill feature. So you can see all the teacher names are extracted from this. Same way, use the flash fill feature for the class. So the class names are extracted. So now you can remove this. Sort both of these lists into alphabetical order. Ensure that there are no duplicate values. So first let's remove the values from the duplicate values from this. Select on data. You can see remove duplicates. Continue with the current selection. We need to change only this. So the duplicate values are removed and we need to sort it in ascending order. Give OK. Same way, select the class names and then remove duplicates. Also sort in ascending order. So we got the teacher name and the class name. Next, place a single formula in cell Q2 to display a list of months in this column. Do not change the contents of other cells in the worksheet. So we need to show the month names in this column using a formula. We cannot use the transpose paste option. We have to use a formula. So there is a formula called transpose. So actually this formula should work for the 12 cells. You can see the 12 months are shown here. So we need to first select the 12 cells here vertically and then enter the formula here in the formula bar. The formula is equal to transpose. Then you need to select the cells this way, and usually we hit the enter key. Now when you are using the transpose formula, which should be replicated to all the cells, we need to press Ctrl Shift and enter. So press Ctrl Shift and enter, then only it will work for all the cells at a time. So Ctrl Shift, after entering the formula, hit Ctrl Shift and enter, so that you can see the month names will be shown here. You can see the formula. The formula is this way. Next, in the spec find worksheet, users will select the teacher in cell B1, class type and month in cell B3, and the number of students will be displayed. So you need to go to the spec find worksheet. So this is spec find worksheet. We need to display the teacher name here. Edit cells B1 to B3 so that the data can be selected from drop down list linked to the list added in step 2. So we need to get the teacher name, class name and the month from the list we extracted here. So for this we'll do the validation. Go to data, data validation. You need to select list because we need to get the values from the list, and the source you should select from here, the teacher name, and then give OK. So you will get a drop down list here and you can select the teacher name. Similarly we will do for the class. Go to data validation again, select list, the source must be from here, give OK. So you can see the class names shown here. Then month, data validation, list, the source is the list of months shown here, give OK. So you have all the list here. Select this data from the drop down list and format it to look like this. So we need to select this data and we need to format this way. So you can see this is right aligned, and let's select the data. The class is ballet and the month is September. Make it bold as shown in the question. Place a formula in cell B5 that uses index and match functions to display the number of students for the selected data. So we need to find the number of students from this file based on the teacher name, class name and the month. So if you look at this data, you can see the class name and teacher name are shown here and the month name are shown here. So the number of student is the intersection, number of students for each month is the intersection of the, for example, if it is modern Donna and in the month of June, it is the intersection of this column and this row. So index function is a function used to find the value at the intersection of a row and column. For example, if I use equal to index function here. This is just an example. You can see it has the arguments array, row number and column number. So I'll select the data as the array, and row number if I give 3 and column number 4. So you can see it will give you the value in row 3. Row 3 means in the data. This is the data. In this data, row 3 is this one and column 4 is this column. So you will get the value 471. So index function is a function used to find the intersection of a row and column, the value in the intersection of a row and column in an array. Now we need to use the combination of index and match to find the value here. So match function is used to find the position of a particular item in a list. For example, if you give the match function like this, so you can see match function and the lookup value. For example, I give here a name Carla. So suppose I want to find the position of Carla in this column, I can use a match function. So equal to match, then the lookup value is Carla, for which we need to find the position. The lookup array is the column or row in which the value is stored. So you will select this, and lookup match type is 0 for exact match. So I'll give 0 here, and you can give OK. So you can see the value 5 here. So you can see Carla is at the 5th position in this column. So match function is used to, this is also applicable for rows if you need to find them. So match function is used to find the position of an item in a particular list. So in this case, we need to find the data using index function, in which the row will be the row number of the combination of this value and this value. So the lookup value for the row will be this plus this one followed by a space plus this, and the column number will be the position of the month in this column. So I'll be using index function here. So equal to index, array is the data in this file, just the data, no need to select the first column or first row. Row number is the row number of the combination of the class and the teacher in this column. So we are going to use a match function. Match, this is the combination of, so the lookup value is the combination of these two, this and followed by a space and the teacher name, and the teacher name, comma, the lookup array is this column in which that combination of data occurs, then comma 0. So match functions format is lookup value, lookup array, and then 0 for exact match. And next we have column number. Column number is the number of this month, a column number of this month in that given row. So I'll give match function again, match, the lookup value is the month, comma, the position of that particular month in this row. So the lookup array is this row, comma 0. give OK. So you can see the data here. So this is the formula which we used to find the number of students using index and match function. So this is the array for the index. This is the row number. Row number we are finding using a match function, because the row number is the row number of the teacher and the class combined together from the row A2 to A20 in the other file. And the column number is the column number of this month, September. So this is the lookup value, and the array is the row in which the months appear, that 0 for the exact match. So this is how you do the index and match function. For each extract, use this spreadsheet to find the number of students for the following extracts. For each extract, save your spreadsheet with the question number followed by your center number, candidate number. So the first one is ballet with Kala in September, which we already found. So let's save this as file, save as inside your folder. You can save as 6A followed by your candidate number and center number. Save. Next, street with James in November. So the teacher name is James, classes, street, and the month is November. So this has to be saved as 6B. File, save as 6B. Tab with Adam in June. So Adam, tab, and the month is June. So you need to save this. File, save as 6. Add a new worksheet called chart to your workbook. So I'll add another worksheet called chart. Rename this as chart. Copy cells A1 to M20 and P1 to P6 from your dance worksheet into the same cells in your chart worksheet. So A1 to M20 is this data. We need to copy this and paste it here. And P1 to P6. To the same cell. So here in P1 to P6. In your chart worksheet, insert a new column between A and B. So insert a new column. In cell B2, place a replicable formula to extract only the type of class from column A. Replicate this formula to row 20. So here, type of class. We need to use a formula to find the class here. In the previous one, we just used extraction using the flash fill method, but here we need to use a formula. So you can see that the class name is the first word in this column. So we can use the left function to extract the class name, and we need to extract till we see a space here. That means all the characters before the space has to be extracted. So in order to do that, we need to first get the position of space in each text. So there is a function called find function. So find function works this way: find text. So here the text which we need is the space. So I'll just hit the space bar here. Then within text means this text, and start num means if you want to start from the beginning, you need to give 1. Otherwise it's optional, you can just leave it. So give OK. Now you can see the position of space is 4. So we need all the characters before 4. That means from here the 3 characters before space is required. So that is the class. So if you extract all the characters and we have this number which is the position of the space, and if you give -1 from that, you will get all the class names. So let's give equal to left. The text is this one. Number of characters, I'm going to use find function. We need to give find space from this text. -1, so that the first 3 characters will be extracted from here. Okay. Now you can replicate this. So you got the class names here. So this is the formula which we used. Left from this text, and the number of characters is the position of the space -1. Next, copy cells C1 to N1 into cells R1 to AC1. So cell C1 to N1, copy this, and it should be pasted in cell R1. R1 to AC1. Next, place in cell R2 a replicable formula that displays the total number of students studying this class in this month. Replicate the formula for all classes and months. So we need to find the total number of students for each class in each month. So we can use a SUMIF function. So I'll use a SUMIF function, SUMIF. The range is the range in which your criteria appears. Your criteria is the class name. So the column in which your criteria appears is this one in your main table. So I'll select this column. Make sure it is absolute because it will be same for all. The criteria is this one. We are going to find the total number of students for ballet in the month of January. So this is the criteria, and sum range is the number of students in January. So I will select this. So we got the total number of students for ballet in January. Now we need to make sure when you replicate horizontally and vertically, it should work properly. So we know that if you are replicating it horizontally for each month, the criteria will be same for all. So let's give the criteria in which you can see the column will be fixed always, because when you are dragging vertically down also the column will be Q, only the row number will change. So I'll give the absolute referencing only for the column Q. And in this case, for C2 to C20, here you can see that the columns will change. For the next one, it will be D2 to D20. For February, it will be D2 to D20. And for March, it will be E. And for April, F. Like that, it will go on. But the row numbers are same. Row number is always constant. So, I will give the row numbers constant here. Now you can replicate it this way, and we can replicate the whole formula vertically down. So we got all the values. So this is the formula which we have given for finding the sum of the number of students for each class in each month. Use your chart worksheet to create and fully label an appropriate chart to compare the number of students for each type of class for each month. So let's select the data. This is the data. Go to insert. Let's insert a line chart because there are so many data to be shown. So it's better to use a line chart. So this is the line chart. So the chart title you can give number of students in each class for each month. Now let's give a proper axis title. Give axis title. This is month and this is total number. Let's move the chart to a new sheet. Go to chart design, move chart, a new sheet so that the chart is clearly visible. Give OK. So you can see this is the chart. Save this file as a spreadsheet with the file name chart followed by your center number and candidate number. So let's save this file, save as. Chart followed by your center number and candidate number. Save. So the chart is saved. So this is the end of spreadsheet task. Next one is the video editing, which will be done soon and uploaded. You can find the link in the description. The database task is already done. You can find the link in the description. Thank you for now.